Hey guys, my name is Ciara and welcome to my YouTube channel. I kind of felt like I was on Disney Channel, and you know when they did like the welcome to Disney Channel. Anyway, I wanted to hop on here and kind of introduce myself and explain why I moved to Salt Lake City, Utah from Houston, Texas. Basically, I'm 20 years old, and on July 31st, I packed up 2 suitcases, a hiking backpack, and a North Face bag, and hopped on a one-way flight to move to a city that I have never been to a state that I've only been to once, and that was maybe my freshman or sophomore year of high school, which is a while ago. So basic backstory to all of it is I went to St. Edward's University, and I was majoring in international business with a minor in French. And the school was super expensive. I found out that I didn't want to do international business. I didn't love the school, and I just wasn't very happy. I connected with maybe one person there, and she actually is my godmother and my best friend, and I love her to death. And so a couple months after I started going to St. Edward's, I started to apply to bigger universities because St. Edward's is really small. So I applied to go into business because it had only been a couple of months that I was at St. Edward's, and I started to apply to other places. So I got into A&M and U of H for their business programs, and I decided to go to U of H. So that summer, when I went back home, I went and toured U of H, and I loved it, and I was so excited, and I went to talk to an advisor because I wanted to change my major to nursing. I decided that international business just wasn't the path that my heart was taking me on. I have a strong desire to help people, and nursing was the path that I wanted to start on. So when I went to the advisor, she looked at me just straight in my face and told me, we don't have classes for you. We don't have a registered nurse program. We only have the RN to BSN. So I would have to have my RN before I would go to get my BSN. And so I was heartbroken at that point because I just went from a super small school, and I wanted to go to this big university because I was seeing all my friends at big universities, like going to football games and joining clubs and just having this really like good environment to meet people. And just like personally, I haven't had a lot of people, close people, and I like really wanted that. And so I left there crying, and I had no idea what to do. My mom had no idea what to do. She was with me. And so we looked it up, and basically to get your registered nurse, a lot of people go to community college, which was kind of a downer for me because I felt like I was taking a step back. I felt like I was going to an even smaller school than when I had went to in Austin, and I would have to go to a community college in a small town that I wasn't really happy with. And so I kind of just like bit the bullet, and I started going to summer classes to get my prerequisites done for nursing. What I've learned from that is when you start applying to nursing school, they usually take 25 to 50 applicants each round. And there are about 300 to 500 applicants each time. So no matter if you finish your prerequisites and how well you do on the test, basically how it rolls is how many times have you applied, and each time you apply, you get bumped up higher on the list to be chosen. So of course, the first time around, even though my grades were good, even though I did really good on all the tests, I didn't get in. And then the second time around, my whole life kind of shifted. I wasn't super happy with where I was at, and I started going to a different community college, and I had not met my boyfriend, but I've known him when I was little, but we reconnected, and we started dating, and I was at my happiest, or I am at my happiest, but I was very, very, very happy with where I was at with him. He told me from the beginning, like 2 weeks after we started dating, that he was going to be moving to Utah to work as a wilderness therapist. That was kind of a shock to me because I was like, well, crap, I just met someone that I really, really care for, and he's moving across the country. And he told me straight up, look, like, I want this to work, like, we're gonna make this work and everything's gonna be fine. So fast forward to nursing school and him leaving and me not being in a place where I was really happy at. I was living at my parents' house, and I had just outgrown all of that. The whole area I'd outgrown. I didn't have a lot of people to really connect with there. All my friends go to different universities, and I'm getting choked up. Why? So I sat down with my mom, and I just really felt like I was supposed to go out to Utah. Me and Micah had talked about it, and we had talked about living together, and we had talked about our future together. And I originally decided that if I didn't get into nursing school the second time around, that I would move out here and take a year off and end up going to University of Utah after I get residency and finishing my nursing here. Time ran its course, and I have never been super religious until this past year. I became Catholic, and I have never had that experience of God talking to me or hearing like God talking to you. I'd never thought that was like a real thing. Like, I pray and I believe in God, and I believe in like that there's a path for everyone, and God puts you on this path with so many lessons that you're supposed to learn. Like, I knew that and I believed that. But one day I just sat there and I heard God, I guess. And basically what I heard in my gut was telling me was, if you don't go out to Utah, you're going to miss out on so much opportunity. You're going to miss out on so much life experience. You're going to miss out on so much love. And you're going to be so much happier out there than you are in the place that you're at right now. And so I sat down with my mom and I talked with her about it. I was like, Mom, I'm not where I'm supposed to be right now. Like, everything in my life hasn't gone in the way that I thought that it would go. And now I'm at this point where I feel this massive push of just go, just take the leap, just do it. I promise it's going to be okay. Like, that's what I kept hearing, like, from whatever voice that was talking to me. And my mom just like looked at me and she was like, Ciara, I know. Like, I knew you were gonna come to me and tell me this. Like, and whatever you decide to do, we're gonna support you in that. And so now I'm out here. I decided to come out here and take a year off and focus on my own growth and focus on my growth with Micah and explore a new city and find new hobbies out in the wilderness and just do so much things for me in this year. Work full-time, pay rent, live without a car. Like, I'm 20 years old and I'm taking this leap, and I've been here for a week and I already feel so much happier than in the place than I was at. Even like, I only have one friend out here right now, which thank God I have a friend out here. I could have had nobody out here, but I have gotten so much support from people like even when I'm posting on Instagram and people commenting on my pictures, and I've had old friends comment and be like, hey, like I'm in Utah too, like let's go get a smoothie. Like I've had so many people connect with me more now than I have ever had connect with me before. I feel like this energy around me is just so welcoming, and there is anxieties with it. Like I need to find a job. And I've been on the job hunt. I've been putting in so many applications. I don't know, I'm just in a really good place right now, and I'm super excited for this whole experience, and I'm so thankful for all the support from everybody, from my family, from Micah's family. It's a genuine happiness that I have never really gotten to before, and I know that's really personal, but like I'm where I'm supposed to be. And I know that so many good things are going to come from it. I don't know if I kind of explained this earlier, I forget, but Micah is a wilderness therapist and he's gone every other week. So right now was my first week alone, and I've had a lot of time to reflect and adventure around the city. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So I'm going to be documenting a lot of things in my life, just so I can kind of show you and to everyone that's watching that even if your life plan doesn't go in the exact order that you need it to, in like society's mindset of you have to do things this way, you have to go to college and you can't take a year off and you have to do everything at this point to be happy, like that's not true. Sometimes your life path doesn't go in the direction that you want it to, and the happiest times in your life might be at points when you're in a little bit of a struggle and you're putting yourself in that struggle. And I just want anybody who's watching this to kind of see that and see that you can be successful. So yeah, if you want to keep up with my life and what I'm doing and experiences and lessons that I've learned and I'm going to learn, please keep watching and subscribe. And I hope that y'all enjoyed this video and this little explanation. If you want to ask any questions, go ahead in the comment section, or just have any words of encouragement. I'd love to read it. So I will see y'all in my next video. Bye guys.